started?
Yeah. Let's try to keep this one short, you know what I'm saying?
Let's try. That's what we said last time.
Last time was one of the longest ones, and we tried to actually keep it short.
Shit, popping and shit.
Alright.
Damn. Damn, what audio was it capturing?
I don't know and I don't care.
Damn.
I don't know and I don't care.
Say something nice to the mic.
What's up, boy? There you go. What's up, boy?
We in business?
We in business here.
We got a little more energy than last night. Because we was tired as hell last night.
Last night we would have remembered more.
I guess. There was nothing to remember because this episode was boring as mess.
This episode was fire.
Wasn't the worst episode, but
I fucked with this episode heavy.
It was not even top 3.
Yeah, it is. It's only top 3. Well, it's my top 3 either way, but it's kind of top 3 by elimination because every other
episode was trash.
Yeah, it goes 1, 5, 6.
Yeah. What else is there?
And then you have 4, which is
What happened in 4?
the car crash, which is
That
trash.
episode was so
3
mid.
was the...
This episode was better than... Yeah, it was. The episode was boring.
This episode was fire. I like the boring.
It was a good episode, but it was a boring episode. It was a good boring episode.
I enjoyed... Man.
Let's do a little non-spoiler
anything.
recap.
I don't remember anything.
Oh, damn. Disconnected my junk. There you go. We're back in business.
Bro, I don't remember.
You know why I don't remember anything? Because there ain't nothing to remember. Boring ass episode. Dang. All right. It started with don't even remember.
What
What did this?
I'm not gonna lie, we might have to redo this and skim through the fucking episode. This is bad.
So wait, what happened? How did it start?
I don't know.
We forgot how that shit started.
No.
I'm dead ass trying to remember. See, I was kind of semi-distracted because we had the family there, and it was the little babies was making hella noise with the trumpets and stuff. Bro,
I'm really trying to remember. Yo, chill.
How did it start?
Okay, I don't know how it started, but like 3 minutes in, they got to the old people. But what was before the old people? Oh no, that is how it starts. So
It started with the old people, right?
Yeah, memories.
Okay.
So that little time counted. So
that was weird. That was some different stuff. I didn't mind, or I liked it. It was pretty cool.
They
and the old people were nice.
Old people were nice.
Chilling.
They were funny.
Yeah,
the lady was funny. No spoiler.
Oh yeah, was that a spoiler?
No.
Not really. Yeah, they kind of get in their interactions. Their goal is to meet up with Tommy, which is Joel's brother. In that journey and looking for that, some weird stuff happens. Some interesting stuff happens.
Interesting stuff. Yes.
It's winter time now.
Oh, it's winter. They kind of skip spring.
They just skip spring.
Completely.
It's straight up winter now.
Matter of fact, the events that
And
happen.
if you play the game, you know what happens in winter.
The events that happen in spring actually happen in winter. The events that happen in winter in the shows what happens in spring.
Yeah, it's before the winter happens, and then it happens.
Yeah.
Isn't the winter time after Joel gets hurt?
Yep. Right. Spring ends right when that happens. It doesn't.
This is all winter time before Joel even gets hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's nothing really we could recap about it without spoil. That's how I felt about that damn episode.
Nah.
This shit was boring. About to say, damn, the cricket's go on for a minute. I need to put some better sounds on there.
Better sounds, yeah.
That we could put through the podcast. That would be so peak. I definitely need to change that. But
is the top right one still button?
I don't know. Press it. Ain't shit funny. Ain't shit funny.
Alright, fuck that.
Oh, brother, this guy
sucks.
stinks. All right, but
yeah,
there's nothing we can really say without the spoiler portion.
Non-spoiler time. I mean,
we just know that his winter time kind of came a little early, and
they're looking for.
We already said what we need to about that.
Okay, so what happens is they meet the old people. They talk to the old people.
They kind of give them an idea of where to
go. They said beyond the river west is a bunch of dead bodies, like bad people over there. Do not go over there.
Right, and those bad people end up being Tommy's crew, right?
Group.
Right, and
so they say that
that kind of already puts you in a weird position to where you're kind of like afraid of Tommy. Not really,
but we didn't know it was Tommy.
Now they're kind of just they're following the river. They're looking for Tommy. They're following the maps or whatever. They're trying to make sure they're in the right place. And then out of nowhere, the riders of Rohan. Of Rohan pull up deep like they was waiting behind that hill. Bro, I did not like how absolutely tremendously ready they were for that situation. But I understand it was one horse, call back up, and then they get surrounded. Nah, they said, nah, we knew you was coming. Had them all surrounded like the riders of Rohan when freaking Aragorn called up to them and shit.
Yeah.
Like, come on, bro.
The rings.
What the hell? That happens a lot in the show, I noticed, where it's just like,
there.
Oh, they're there. How did they get there? I don't know. It was off camera, but now they're on camera. Worry about it now. It happens twice in the episode.
One thing that was there at the beginning, so after they left the old lady's house, he went on the fence and started leaning on the fence and having like a heart.
Oh, yeah.
But
Joel's having some kind of like heart palpitation problems.
Well, when I saw that, I was like, that might be the way they kill Joel in season 2 instead of getting his head beaten by a golf club.
Because they know that shit was mid.
But then my friends were saying that I talked to about the show, apparently it was like confirmed or whatever, that was just him having PTSD and worrying about losing Ellie the same way he lost his daughter.
Yeah, I feel like that also kind of plays a part later in the show to where he's seeing Ellie as a weakness again, and he's seeing like how his fear is increased and he's not as brave as a person anymore, and he's like losing
he's not even as brave of a person.
The facts, we're not even going to talk about that. But he's losing his soldier side because he has Ellie as a weakness. No, I'm sorry. But Ellie's becoming a weakness to him, and he knows that if he loses her, it's going to feel like what he felt when he lost his daughter all over again. He's trying to avoid that situation. So after he's having these weird heart palpitations, and he's like, this is a sign that this shit's about to happen again. This is not it. I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this. This is the worst thing ever happened in my life. I'm not letting that happen to me again. So once he gets to the town, that group that surround the Riders of Rohan ended up being Tommy's group.
Yeah.
And they brought them there. And the little reunion. That was a W scene.
WS scene. I fucking
they dapped each other up.
What happened? Oh yeah, they had a W interaction.
Yeah, the W interaction with the brothers. They were
brothers. They haven't seen each other in a while.
Years.
And then they go to like a dinner table. They're eating it up, and they're like, only talk with family. And then we find out that he married
the girl
Marlene. Wait, is that her name?
That's not Marlene. Marlene's the leader of the Fireflies.
She has an M name. That's all I know.
We'll call her Madison for right now.
Madison. And then after that, there's like a girl staring at them at the dinner table. He's like, "What are you staring at?" And then apparently it was confirmed that was Dina. Like that.
Yeah, apparently that was Dina, the little girl that Ellie kind of had beef with at the very beginning of the little dinner scene or whatever.
That was Dina, and then they're like, "Oh, girls like that don't talk." Oh, I had to get this up. That's Dina. That's the actor for her.
Bro, they're bad matching the people's look with it. None of them look like anybody, bro.
Straight up use the actual face capture. Yeah. Like, she looks exactly like Dina, the capture.
They should have used her. I bet she would have been a great actor, too.
Literally.
I mean, that's besides the point.
That's a bad cast, but...
The whole cast is bad, except for Joel.
No, Ellie.
Except for Joel.
Ellie doesn't look like Ellie, but I feel like Ellie will be...
She's a good actress, but they could have done better.
But then after that,
match the
what happens after that?
She's doing a good job though. I'm not gonna lie. She does give off Ellie vibes, but still not even.
And then so that happens. They have their Joel and Tommy go to have their little brother talk, and then I'm gonna skim through this quick. Basically, Madison and Ellie, they go up. She gets a little reusable thing for her period. Blah blah blah. They
just
talk. Oh, what's his name? Finds
hygiene
out.
stuff.
Ellie finds out about Sarah.
Oh yeah, Ellie finds out that Joel had a daughter that passed away.
I
So
didn't know, and then
she kind of gets a little bit background about Joel.
Masande was like
Masande.
I don't know her name.
Her name's Masande now.
No, I'm just.
They were from Madison to Masande. I'm
Uh,
okay with Masande. Masande.
Okay, so Madison then talks to. I know there's some stuff you're not telling me. I know there's some stuff you don't know about Joel. Blah blah blah. Whatever. That happens. That's the end of that scene, and then Tommy and Joel start talking about.
Yeah, their scene was
Ellie's-
pretty cool. It was kind of
It was wholesome.
Yeah,
I liked it.
It was wholesome. It was kind of taken back from the game, and it was showing you Joel's development of his weakness towards Ellie and his emotions towards her, and how he doesn't want to reenact the thing that happened to his daughter with Ellie. So he's kind of he's trying to pass on the responsibility of getting Ellie to the Fireflies to
Tommy.
because
yeah,
Tommy
they-
was a Firefly, so
they
he
have
has
a
that
deep-
connection.
Oh.
He knows how to get there. He knows the surrounding. It makes sense that he would pass it to Tommy, but at the same
We
time,
also skipped a part. So Tommy and Joel go into a bar, and Tommy's like, "Oh, thanks for not forgetting about me, or thanks for not caring, or whatever." They have a talk. They have a disagreement. Tommy tells him that his wife is pregnant. He's
that's
like,
that's the part I'm
"Okay."
talking about.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the.
I'm talking about the part where he's crying and he's
No,
telling him
that's
about.
different. That's another part.
That's the same part.
No, it's not, because that's when they're at a bar and then they have a disagreement, and I'm pretty sure Joel leaves or whatever. And
Oh
then,
yeah, that was after he apologized
then-
for tweaking on
yeah, and
Tommy.
then at late night, it's nighttime.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
then Ellie sneaks out, which you see that. You see her sneak out, and then after that, it skips to Joel and Tommy talking about.
In the game,
like-
she runs away and they go find her, but she
That's
kind of just snuck
before-
out. And wait,
Yeah, so
wait,
she
didn't
snuck
really
out.
go
And
anywhere.
it was supposed to. I guess her sneaking out was supposed to indicate that she was.
Like thinking about
No,
dipping
not
on
sneaking
Joel.
out. I'm pretty sure that was supposed to show her going to go eavesdrop on Tommy.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was okay. And then that's where she found out that
yeah, and then that's when she
Joel
went
was
in
trying
her
to
room
split up from her.
Yeah, so
And then
but
she felt betrayed, and
Tommy and Joel have a very wholesome talk, and that's another reason why there's so much wholesome heart to heart.
there was okay. I
moments
see
that
why
make
you're
me
liking the episode
smile, and
because
it's like-
it was the wholesomeness of the
Yes, and I
the
liked
relationship
it.
of
I liked-
family, and like it was a lot of like deep, heart-filled
This was an
moments.
episode, not towards the end, but at the beginning, I excused no action. At the last 5 minutes, I thought it was stupid, but at the first,
That last part
40
was dumb,
it's a 55-minute episode. The first
and the
45
writers of
minutes were
Rohan
good.
was dumb.
But the first 45 minutes, I really enjoyed the wholesomeness. I enjoyed the family. I enjoyed the crying, the connection they had.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So
That was great. I see why you started to like. You were telling me that you liked the episode because I was kind of hating on it.
Yeah, y'all were bugging. I think
That's because it was boring.
I like the boringness only because of the amount of wholesome family heart-to-heart moments. I don't know. It
It
touched
was better
me.
than the boring episode in the post Billtown episode 4. I think.
Yeah, that was
Episode
3.
mid.
That was 3.
I thought 3 is Bill.
3 is Bill. Yeah.
Talk about post Bill. So
Post
episode
Bill
4.
was- Post is before.
No, pre is before. Post is after.
Post Bill. I don't care. We had this in like argument 2 or 3.
Okay, so episode 4 is what I'm saying. It's kind of what I'm comparing this episode to in boringness. Nothing really happened. They're kind of just like. But this did have a lot more wholesome, deep, heart-filled moments. A lot more than episode 4. It was kind of matching the heart-filled vibes of episode 2 or 3, I should say. But episode 3 was like just so far off topic. That's why that episode was bad.
That picked up everything.
But
So they have that talk, and you have to take Ellie because I'm too old. I don't want it to.
that's where he starts crying and bringing up his past and
Uh-huh.
telling. That's where he starts opening up completely to Tom. He tells
He's
her
immune.
about she's immune.
I'm
Tess
scared
is
to
dead.
lose her.
Scared
Tess
to
is
lose her.
dead. I
Yeah,
don't
he
want-
basically opens up about the entire.
And then on top
show.
of that, he walks out after that talk, after crying, and then sees somebody who looks exactly like his daughter with the same
Right,
hair.
and it just
Just
didn't
blew him.
Didn't that make his palpitations come back?
That's another palpitation scene.
You good, my G?
Just chill, Valkyrie. And then after that, oh God, what happened?
You're interrupting, my G.
After that, Joel goes to Ellie.
Say hi to the podcast. Damn, she don't fuck with y'all, bruh. Can you check the camera angle? Did it move? It looks like it's looking right at you.
I've been thinking that this whole time.
Let me go check that. But continue what you're saying. I can hear you without the thing on.
All right, so what happened? What were we on?
We were on.
Oh yeah, so Joel goes to Ellie's room, but the different thing is after Ellie eavesdropped on Tommy and Joel's talking, Ellie ran off. Ellie ran off because she's like, Joel, you're leaving me. So Ellie ran off on Joel.
Yeah, that's because Ellie's a little hurt about.
Joel leaving him. Joel leaving her.
Joel's kind of wanting to disband from her is a little selfish because he's caring about himself.
Yeah.
He doesn't want himself to go through pain.
Is this really all they had to worry about? Boys, movies, deciding which shirt goes with which skirt. It's bizarre.
Get up. We're leaving. Come on.
And if I say no?
Do you even realize what your life means? Huh? Running off like that, putting yourself at risk, it's pretty goddamn stupid.
Well, I guess we're both disappointed with each other then.
What do you want from me?
Admit that you wanted to get rid of me the whole time.
Tommy knows this area.
Oh,
better
fuck
than...
that.
Well, I'm sorry. I trust him better than I trust myself.
Stop with the bullshit. What are you so afraid of? That I'm gonna end up like Sam? I can't get infected. I can take care of myself.
How many close calls have we had?
Well, we seem to be doing all right so far.
And now you'll be doing even better with Tommy.
Not her, you know.
What?
Maria told me about Sarah.
Ellie?
And
You are treading on some mighty thin ice here.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel. But I have lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Everyone I have cared for has either died or left me. Everyone fucking except for you. So don't tell me that I would be safer with someone else, because the truth is I would just be more scared.
You're right. You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad. And we are going our separate ways.
Get it together. We're not alone.
Ellie.
Is this really all they had to worry about? Boys, movies, deciding which shirt goes with which skirt. It's bizarre.
Listen,
Why are you here?
I came here to talk to you.
No, why are you still here? If you're gonna ditch me, ditch me.
What exactly did you hear?
I have to leave her, you have to take her. You know, I stood up for you today because I thought...
I made this decision for your own good. You'll be way better off with Tommy. He knows the area better than I do.
Do you give a shit about me or not?
Of course I do.
Then what are you so afraid of? I'm not her, you know. Maria told me about Sarah and...
No. Don't say another word.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel. But I have lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Everybody I have cared for has either died or left me. Everybody fucking except for you. So don't tell me that I'd be safe with somebody else, because the truth is, I would just be more scared.
You're right. You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad. Now come dawn, we're going our separate ways.
So then,
And he's not really regarding Ellie's feelings in the situation. All right,
All right, so after that, so instead of that happening, instead of her running, them having to go into a building, kill people, and be like, you could have gotten killed, it kind of just skipped to the scene. And
which is fine, honestly.
fine, I didn't mind.
That
That was a
wasn't
little
bad.
different. They didn't need to do that. But they did that just to avoid more action because they love avoiding
They
death.
love avoiding action.
And then after that, so Joel goes to Ellie's room and they start talking, and Ellie's mad, and then Joel.
But she kind of opens
already
up
found
to
out.
how she looks up to him and how he's the
It
only
was
person that
word,
stayed in her life.
I think it was word for word.
It was almost word for word from the
I'm
game.
gonna say it's word for word, but the same way I said
So-
that.
There you go. All right.
I
continue.
said it. I want to say it was word for word because it sounded it word for word, but I also said that about Henry and Sam's death. I thought that was word for word, but then when I edited it, or when actually we talked about it, it wasn't word for word. So I'm gonna see when I edit it, but I think it was word for word.
I think it was. It was yeah. Basically, Monday must or Tuesday must. God, no.
Yeah. So after that, they have their talk. Ellie's, don't leave me. You're the only person that
ever stayed in my life and all
Yeah,
that. She was
yeah.
kind of like.
I'll show it.
Yeah.
I'll show a comparison to the game.
He's
side
he's
by
like
side.
the only person that ever hasn't died yet in her life. And
Yeah, or
basically she was saying he's all she has.
And then after that, it skips. Oh, they have a little disagreement. It skips to the next day, and Joel's like, he goes up to Ellie and he's like, "I'm gonna give you a choice. I think you're better off with Tommy, but I'm gonna give you a choice." And then Joel says, "We're going. Fuck Tommy. Go."
Right. So basically, Joel changed his mind.
Yeah,
He
they
thought about it more. Ellie was kind of spitting some facts to bro, and he was like, "Yeah,
and
she's
then
right."
Tommy was like, "You and Ellie always have a place here. Whenever you need, come
Right.
back." Blah blah blah. Brother moments. And
Other
then
moments.
they
and then
left,
they dip on the
and then it
horse.
skips to another scene of them sniping, which was hilarious. I really like.
Yeah, that was a cool
That's another
sniping
reason
scene.
why I like it, is the
That was
sniping.
a cool sniper scene.
It was like, oh, you're garbage ass.
That was like a
sniping.
father-daughter moment. There are a lot of wholesome moments
Yeah,
in
that's
this
why
episode.
I like it. And then
I was just so distracted by
the last part,
not even that, the nieces.
the niece. Oh yeah,
Our nieces, yeah, they're just got babies in the house while we were watching it. They were making noises. I was just a little distracted, so
so they have
I
that. They
wasn't
do a
fully in
little.
tune.
Oh, your sniper's trash, whatever. And then they go to the hospital, which is where they were supposed to originally meet with the Fireflies. They see monkeys. Word for word from the game. I've never first time seeing monkeys. Yeah, blah blah blah. But I'm done. Don't care. So they go into the hospital and it's like, oh, this is a
bro, they skipped the giraffe scene, bro.
yeah.
I like the giraffe scene.
Draft scene was when they were on the second floor, but they skipped the second.
That was
floor.
like Ellie's first anomaly moment of seeing like the world's beauty without like, you know, like cuz she's always been indoors and kept safe, and that's her first time kind of like seeing nature for its like true self. And she's like in the game she's so at awe, and she gets so close to the giraffe and it's wholesome. It's like, yo, that would be cool as shit. We didn't really get they skipped over that moment. And for an episode that's focusing so much on wholesomeness, that would have been pretty good to add on to the stack of wholesomeness.
So they go, they find out that there's a list of things
That's
to
an
pick up.
iconic scene too. Like,
yeah, it
a lot
was.
of people have that image in their head of that draft scene. Everybody remembers that draft. If you tell somebody Last of Us and you mention up the draft scene, they're gonna remember.
And then what happens after that? They find out that the Fireflies decide to leave. They packed up and left.
Yeah, all their
So
supplies
they're
are
walking
left,
around.
and they're looking
They
for
hear they hear a noise. They check it out. It was a baboon.
a boon, and then they see hunters.
They see hunters, and then they're
raiders,
like, "Oh
whatever.
snap!" So they rush to their horse, and as they're
Horse,
getting to
right.
their horse, someone snuck attack Joel.
Fuck a snuck attack, bro. Tell me why they assessed the situation, looked left and right, slowly crawled to the horse, and as they're like they had their six and their thing seen. They knew where everything was. Nobody was around them.
Yeah,
And this is another part of this. Remember at the beginning where I said it happens twice, where the Riders Rohan pull up out of nowhere, extremely prepared. This guy came out of absolutely nowhere, bro.
literally.
And it was just like Ellie, watch out, Joel, and then boom,
Bro,
he's there
he dodges,
with a baseball
hits
bat.
the tree breaks. And
No, not the tree. The baseball
the
bat
baseball
breaks.
and then they're fighting. Joel instantly rushes him, punches him, gets him in a chokehold, breaks his neck. The next scene, he's stabbed. There was
stabbed
no instance.
somehow. He
Like I
stabbed
guess when
somehow.
he rushed him, he might have stabbed.
It made
him,
no sense
but
how he
I'm-
stabbed. Why? First of all, once again, why are you not showing me the details?
Oh my god! Not even that. We're talking about this bat, bro. They used a bat as an excuse, or a stab as an excuse for him falling off of a balcony into a rusty building rod.
Building rod, yeah, metal, iron, steel rod.
And not only that, it was so cool in the game because after that, you're like, Ellie, move, and you're killing people, and your vision's starting to become like when you get
yeah,
your
you're
vision's
starting to
getting
faint
dizzy,
and stuff. It's
and
getting
you're moving,
bad.
and your
You get on
aim's
the
trash.
horse, you fall off.
But in this game, oh, you just
It was
got
so-
stabbed.
This whole show has been such a
Disappointment.
dumbed down, soft core version of the game. And I'm not even saying like, oh, I want you to do everything like the game. I want Joel to kill 40 people per scene. No, I'm just saying like,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't mind when they do things different. Like
it's
that.
fine they do things different, and I understand that it should only be like their interactions with humans and zombies should be semi-rare. Obviously, compared to the game, it's a game you're going through arenas and the bots are just you having fun or whatever. But in the show, they're like almost non-existent. There have been no zombies. We've only had like 2 or 3 zombie interactions.
I got an explanation for that. They said it, which is fucking stupid.
Whack ass explanation, whatever it is.
They said the reason why there isn't any is because if they were to be interacting with clickers every episode, then it wouldn't be scary.
Yes, it would.
It wouldn't be entertaining if they're doing it every
It
episode.
doesn't need to be every episode.
Yeah, they're saying it would be like non-scary.
And who said clickers? Zombies.
Yeah, they said it wouldn't be scary if
It literally
they showed
feels
it every
like
episode.
The fear of zombies is not even in the show. Like Joel and Ellie don't care about zombies.
Literally.
It's like it's not a problem for them. Zombies aren't a problem in the show. You know what's a problem? A clicker or a bloater. That's it. They're acting like there aren't thousands of other zombies.
But that's what I feel like. I feel like when we said this in episode 2, I feel like the reason that it isn't is like they contradicted themselves with this hive or being underground garbage.
Right.
I feel like they can't be in buildings and everywhere where spores are or just chilling because
in the second
they're all
episode
connected.
with Tess, you see like a batch of 40 zombies laying on the ground. That's the most zombies I've ever seen together in the entire show.
I don't know about that.
You remember when they're on the ground and the sun hit them, they all started dancing?
Yeah, that was a lot, but it was also a lot in last episode.
Oh yeah, that was a lot too. But that's an exception because that's not a natural occurrence of a lot of zombies. They heard an explosion and the hive sent them to that destination. That's different. It's kind of like they're on command. They're attacking. There's no idle zombies anywhere. It's not like we're just walking. Oh, quiet down. There's a zombie. No. Everything is free. There's no zombies anywhere. There's no problem anywhere. You can walk the land. You don't have to care about anything. You don't have to care about running into a zombie. You don't have to care about running into a horde. You don't have to worry about checking a room to see if there's a zombie in there.
They're non-existent, bro.
They're just not there at all.
I don't know if they're non-existent because they don't want to, or they're purposely non-existent because they contradicted themselves. With
And
the
they're
hive
so
or
not
all
there
staying
that it's
together.
making the world feel like the humans should have recovered by now because the zombies don't fucking exist.
Literally. What happened after that? Oh yeah, he gets stabbed. He breaks his neck. They find out he's
That
stabbed.
stabbing was mid, by the way.
Mid,
He
like,
gets stabbed
bro,
by
it's so
a
much-
chipped off, broken baseball bat.
that we have no showing of. Like, it
Right,
just
you don't even see it
appeared.
happen. It just he turns around and it's in him, and it's not even that deep. First of all, it's a stab.
Yeah, it's not
obviously.
like okay, I understand he got stabbed in the gut. He's gonna bleed a lot. Sure, he might faint, but in the game,
In the game, it's like,
impaled
oh, he
from-
might die. I need to start.
He impales from in and out, like through and through. And this,
Like
he just got
yeah,
stabbed.
and-
Joe!
You asshole!
What do you want me to do? What?
and in and out.
Like,
This is just
two
like a little
puncture wounds.
pierce wound.
Yes, like don't get me wrong. Okay, he might bleed. He might faint. Okay, but in the game, he got stabbed by a rusty freaking
Just
thing,
steel
in
building
and out,
rod,
a rusty,
construction rod.
So it makes sense for him to bleed, faint, and be in a coma for all
Because
winter.
he had a whole hole through
Yes,
him.
and it's rusty. He probably got some sickness, but not in.
And even if that's too extreme for the show, what they gave me was mid.
Yeah,
that was so mediocre.
Okay, say he got stabbed. Okay,
if it was a knife, way better.
Okay, say
If it was
he got
an actual knife
but
and
I
he
don't
got
get it.
stabbed.
No
Sure.
little stab like that is gonna put a person in a
Bro,
coma.
he just got hit by a splinter, bro.
He's not gonna get put in a coma for 3 months from a little
Exactly,
stab.
it's not gonna be a
and
problem.
It's not as dirty or as like as a rusty fucking
It's not gonna
piece of
need
metal.
antibodies or
Yes.
anything. It's just like
It's like oh
just a
stab,
heal from it. That
maybe
type
be
thing.
asleep for a couple days, wake up, heal up, move. No,
I could recover from that,
I
like
could
without
recover.
even going to the hospital.
literally. Well, I would go, but
I would, but I'm saying if I didn't have access to the hospital,
I could
I would
survive.
survive that, even without Ellie or anyone taking care of me.
So yeah, he gets stabbed stupidly. He gets on the horse, he rides, he falls off. Ellie's like, "Get the hell up! I can't do this without you. I don't know what the hell or where the hell I'm gonna go."
I kind of like that part. That was
I
from
like
the
that
game
part.
too.
Yeah, I like that part. I just don't like the way
Ellie
they
was
stab
really
him.
trying to keep him up, and yeah, it was kind of wholesome.
And
you know?
then boom, the episode ends.
Then the episode ends.
episode ends.
Really, the main thing that was bad about the episode
Was the final 5 minutes?
was the final 5 minutes of him getting stabbed. It was just, like, no, that's not. They're so lazy when it comes to the parts that matter. You feel me?
Yeah, like you said, they don't have to be
They don't have to be
exactly
as
like the
extreme
game.
as the game.
Not even
You
that.
can even soft core it, but they're soft coring it by a factor of 10, bro.
No, it's not even like, okay, they don't have to do everything like the game, right? Which I don't mind. Like the scene with Ellie and Joel, her not running away, that's fine. But I feel like scenes that they should do almost exactly like the game are the big parts. Like Joel falling and getting stabbed. Stuff like that's a big part I feel like they should go from the game.
They could have made him fall from a balcony and not even get pierced completely. Just fall into something bad, and it would have worked. Because he's falling off of a story. What is this freaking broken up baseball bat handle that you don't even see him get stabbed with? And when you see the fight, there was no really occurrence to where he could have got stabbed that badly.
Literally, it just happened. It just appeared there.
Joel is a puss in this freaking show. He literally he's not him. He doesn't have that dog in him.
Literally. Matter of fact, Tommy probably has that dog in him. So that's basically sums up the episode.
I bet, yeah.
Yeah, give your rating.
Give my rating.
I'm gonna say mine after yours.
Ultimately, throughout the entire episode, sadly, even though I shouldn't be doing this, I had high expectations for him be getting pierced and that whole scene of him, getting injured by that rod. As soon as I saw Winter, I was like, oh, he's about to get fucking hurt and Ellie's about to be on her own. I can't wait for that part. I was so goddamn disappointed, bro.
So disappointed.
So this show is just disappointing me in so many levels.
Episode 1 gave it way too high of a reputation.
Episode
why
1
we-
had my expectations high.
That's
but,
why we disappointed is
Because episode 1 was so
So
great, we're
good, and
expecting
everything
the
else
rest
was
to be
mid.
good. Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it. There was a lot of good wholesome moments. It's a hard one to rate. It's because it was supposed to be boring, so don't be mad at the boring.
Yeah, I gotta
But
I
I'm
like-
mad at the parts that were good that were disappointing.
what do you rate it?
I'm gonna give it a 7.5.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
An 8.5? You're
I-
almost putting it to a 9.
I really enjoyed that episode. Until
That's too close to a 9, don't you think?
Don't you think I said the same thing last fucking what's it called? Last episode? Last episode you gave it way too high of a 10.
That scene was peak.
That literally, you know how you said that scene, not that
Even the
episode.
scene after it, the scene
no, you
after
notice how
it.
you said that scene and not that episode, because that episode was ass, but that scene was amazing.
There was multiple scenes, like the whole.
But to give it a fucking, what'd you give it, a 9?
Yep.
Oh, way too high, bro.
That episode was so good. It just
This
scratched
episode
the
was
itch.
so- this
It
episode was
scratched
so
the
good
itch.
to
I
me
was.
too.
It scratched the itch I've been looking for a minute. In the entire show, that's what I was looking for, and they delivered it, and I was happy. And the episode wasn't boring. It just had some filler in it.
Yeah, so my final rating is 8.5, and you gave it a 7.5.
Yeah,
So the final verdict is an 8.
it was an 8. Yep. I feel like that's fair.
I feel like
That's
that's
a good
fair.
rating
Yeah.
for that episode. An 8.
I'm glad I gave it an 8 and not because if I gave it an 8, it would be like an average 7.7. That's whack.
It would be 7 3/4, 7.75.
Yeah, so that's that. So
So
yeah,
a
8.
solid 8 right there in the middle.
Yeah, I messed with that. That's a good rating. Yeah, that's
What do y'all
pretty
think?
much
What do
it.
y'all think about the episode?
I really liked it. I think it's one of the better ones.
It's top 3.
I would give it.
There's only 6 episodes, and it's in the upper half.
I give the best episodes. My so far top 3 is episode 1, episode 5, and episode 6. I would put 6.
I agree with you.
I still like have 5 and 6 tied because 6 and
You're tripping.
5 was
Chill.
5 was so mid to me until the last 25 minutes with the Henry killing himself.
Oh,
and
what?
that sense from the sniper and on, the episode was so fire. But before that, the episode wasn't bad. It was just
Wasn't bad,
so
exactly.
mid.
It wasn't mid.
It was so mid.
The only
before
parts
that.
before the sniper scene that were mid is when it was focusing on that boring ass Karen.
That episode was just.
The other parts was like you get to see Ellie finally have a friend. She's chilling with this guy. I like that he was deaf, and you're seeing
Yeah, it had some moments, but yeah,
I liked it.
I'm gonna give it
You're
tied for
tripping.
6. So I'm gonna go 1 and 6 and 5 are tied. Because I'm sorry, I don't know. Last episode.
I would do 1, 5, 6. 5 is definitely better than 6.
Not bugging.
5 is definitely
I really
better than
like
6.
This episode.
Too many. I'm here now. I'm too prepared. I don't know. But our 8 is our final verdict. Leave a comment below on what y'all think about the episode. Give me your feedback, how y'all feel. Hopefully we kept this one a little bit shorter.
Yeah, I had a 35-minute timer, and we have 8 minutes left. So
Okay, so it's like a. This is what I'm
30
talking
minute
about.
episode.
But the thing was about this episode, there wasn't really much to talk about. It was just
that's really why we
it was
kept
just a decent episode that kind of had a good flow, had wholesome moments, kept you entertained, and then the ending was just mid.
Yeah, the ending was trash, but that's it.
Yeah.
We'll see y'all on the next one.
See y'all on
Monday or
episode
Tuesday.
7. We're almost getting near the end, and we're gonna put all our ratings together, and we're gonna give a final verdict of the entire season.
We're gonna rate every
/
episode.
show.
It's gonna be a lot. The last episode, the final
It'll probably
thing,
be an hour as well.
It might not because we're gonna rate. We're gonna have to find the medium between all our ratings. We're gonna have to rate every episode from worst to best and rate every episode after.
Oh, we're
finishing
gonna
the
do
show.
like a
We're gonna
tier
do like
list?
everything.
For sure.
But
Stay
yeah,
tuned for
stay
that.
tuned for
What other shows do we have coming up?
Mandalorian.
We have Mandalorian coming up.
and
Stay
Attack on
tuned for
Titans.
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Attack on Titans comes out. It's only one episode. It's probably going to be an hour and a half long. Maybe it might be a movie anime. But Attack on Titans comes out in March, which is soon. You need to catch up, my boy.
And then what's it called? Mandalorian comes out in less than 10 days.
Mandalorian comes out. I thought it comes out March 1st.
I thought it did, or 10 days, 20 days, 15
Whatever. We
days,
got
yeah.
Mandalorian and Attack on Titan in our foreseeable future. Other shows and TV movies. I'm not watching Ant-Man.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. We still have to.
We have to for the culture.
We gotta do it for the podcast.
Didn't it come out? It came out yesterday.
2 days ago or yesterday.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
need
be
to
honest,
watch
now that
that.
we have this podcast going on, like we're gonna
We need
have
to start watching things even if we don't want to.
Like we're gonna have to start watching.
Whatever, there's
mid-
another Marvel movie coming up that's talking its mess.
Oh, Into the Spider-Verse. Oh,
Oh, that's a good one.
can't wait
bro.
for that, bro. We got Into the Spider-Verse. We got Flash coming out, which is really
Flash.
cool.
That's the one I was thinking about. It wasn't Marvel's
God, I
DC.
can't
Flash. I'm excited for Flash.
We got a lot of movies coming out this year, but I'm not
Flash
gonna
looks
lie,
good.
we're gonna have to watch Ant-Man this week.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Not
to watch
even
it
this week, like within the next couple of days.
couple of days. Yeah,
gonna have to do
But where? Theaters?
Yeah, we got to.
For sure.
Yeah, we got to.
I don't want to, but for sure.
Yeah, I got a friend saying it was really good.
Okay. I feel like it will be good because like kind of deep into the like
Yeah,
it's like verses and like
it's about
multiverses and getting deep into like smallness and I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Hey,
Stay
look forward to
tuned.
that. That should
I
be
love
the
y'all.
next
Stay
episode.
tuned for more. We'll see y'all next week. For sure.